nostril.
Hello! What up, Spam Fam? I don't know what that intro was. Broke my hand. That was the stupidest intro. I broke my knuckle. I had my hand up from the desk and the weight of it just smacked it into the desk. Anyway, it's Creates Book 2 and we are doing Create a Scented Page. Uh-oh. Yeah, obviously we're doing it on separate paper. That one's... I don't even remember what that prompt was. But anyway, it's plastic on that side as well, so... This one... I couldn't pinpoint what smells I liked. I struggled with this one for a while. Rewatched Moriah's as well to see what I could do, but I have a list of smells. I'm gonna try and work this in, but it's gonna ruin my aesthetic. Big black like text. It's not gonna work. So, scents. I'm writing some smells down that I like. Not sure you can read them, but we'll see it as we go along. It's just hard. I can't... Someone said to you, what's your favourite smell? What do you say? Like, I don't know. It's not something really I pay attention to. But I think I was being a little too literal with this one. How can I represent it? But I decided to do like a little bouquet of things here. Not that you can really see what it is at this moment in time. The only thing you can make out is probably a tie. And a nose. That's a nose, by the way. It's a really big nose. So, I've done a rough sketch. I'm just going to go over it so that I know what I'm doing first. Working on drawing on Ty because I always do a poo-poo job of drawing him and it hurts my feelings. We're not going to line this one. Doesn't need lining. I want it to be soft and... I don't know. I just didn't want to line it. I thought it'd be better without. I used a dark grey for the nose and his eyes to see whether that will help. I'm just going around lining everything with the colours first.
Nostril.
So I did like a giant nose apparently. giant nose compared to, like, Ty on the other side, anyway. Okay, let's get down to my scents, shall we? Ty is one of my favourite smells. Especially, he has like a spot on the back of his neck. You sniff that and he smells like oranges. I don't know whether it's a mental thing because he's like orange, ginger, like... My mind says that he smells like oranges, but he smells like oranges there. My partner says I'm crazy, but it's there. I'm not crazy. He smells like oranges. The warmer he is, the stronger the smell. It's like his stink is oranges. And so that's why Ty's there. And obviously, wet dog, I love the smell of Ty wet. And he goes all fluffy. Not that that's a smell, but... Now moving down to this, which is pineapple. I love the smell of pineapple. I love the taste of pineapple. I have a juice that's orange and pineapple and it's... oh. And I put some oranges in there because I thought it'd look really random if I just had a pineapple, just randomly. So I put some oranges in there because obviously Thai smells like oranges. There's a stick in Ty's mouth because I love the smell of wood. There's like a fencing company up the road from me and the smell, and then around the other corner there's a lumberyard type thing, and yes, I love the smell of wood. It's comforting in the way. And then we have grass. I love the smell of grass before it rains, like the smell of wet grass, cut grass. And obviously we put some rain in the background because everyone loves the smell of rain. If you don't, I don't want to know you. And then I'm just doing some sniff lines. I'm going to do like a gradient of orange, yellow and green, I think. Oh. Ta-da! And in the background, I did rhubarb and custard because I love the smell of rhubarb and custard. So, like I said, Thai, wood, grass, because he smells like oranges, and pineapple, and then rhubarb custard and rain. Not rhubarb custard and rain, just rhubarb custard and rain. I entertain myself. I actually ended up really liking this one. It's weird, but it could also be pick the nose. But it could also look like I'm sneezing him out. Anyway, moving on. Create a knife painting. This one terrifies the bejeebus out of me. I'm going to use canvas paper because one, I don't know what I'm doing. I've had a look at a couple of tutorials, but I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But whatever, we'll figure out as we go. My problem is I never know what to draw, paint, knife paint. I don't know. I bought these ages ago. I've been putting this off for about a year and a half, I'm not gonna lie. But I think I even put it on my New Year thing that I did at the beginning to try knife painting. But I guess we're here, we've arrived, it's that moment. I mean, I know they're not the greatest of tools, I know metal's probably better, but I just... I'm just using some paint and these knives to see techniques and whatever, and Trying to do the things that the woman was teaching me in the video. Do a knife painting. What's she doing? I got a paintbrush. Well, from what I saw, they painted the background and then did the knife paint on top. I might be wrong. I am terrified from this. It's my way of procrastinating, I think. So, there's that one. We're gonna let that dry. Second page. Second page, I'm actually doing it with a knife, painting the background. And I purposely didn't mix my paints that well so that I could have like the little smeary effect. So the other one's dry, we're back on this one now. I've sketched something out, I don't know whether this is right, I don't know whether this is the way to do it. I just know that I need to jump in and just figure it out on my own, I guess. Having some difficulties here. Mostly getting into all the little nooks and whatever. It's going down okay, like, with the knife. Could we just note the progress, though? The progress in the fact that this is my first time knife painting and I chose a human. This is going to be a human, by the way, if you can't tell by now. I did honestly contemplate leaving her naked as well and having a little boobage there, but I changed that at the end. So, don't worry. It'll all get covered up. I'm learning as I'm going. At this point, I'm like, okay, I need to lay down the darkest colours and lay on top of that rather than trying to blend them together. If you can't tell, this is my avatar. I did this pose for a short, I think, and I thought she looked really pretty. Should have left it with the short, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the process of knife painting I didn't hate it. I wasn't angry about it. I just let my mind go, really, and just see what came out. But I don't get it. I mean, this is only my first one. We're gonna do the other one and then I'll give a final assessment. But doing it, my mind was elsewhere, really. Just trying to find the shading, the highlights. But I don't love it at this point. The painting, I mean the, yeah, I ended up going in with my finger. I was getting really annoyed with the knife. So, we're going to move on to this side now. And now that I've had a go at it, I think I get it. So I'm going to lay down my dark pink, because this is going to be Faye, my figure skating flamingo. This is her day off though, she's not figure skating today. She's posing for my portrait. So I found this a lot easier this way. Lay down the dark colour, and then layering these on top. It felt better and I felt like I was getting more progress that way. So I did learn. By this point I was sort of going, I don't see the appeal of it. Yeah, okay, I'm getting like a feathery effect on her that is quite cool. However, could I not have achieved that with a paintbrush? I think this is my favourite part, the pearls that Faye wears. I think I nailed that. I think part of the problem is, obviously, I do cartoon stuff and I don't want to be doing knife painting in landscapes and all of that. Pfft. I like to do something a little different. So I'll let those dry. They didn't take overly long to dry, to be fair. I thought it was going to be a good few days. I went in with a marker to put in the details. I tried to do it with the knife painting, but I hate it. For some reason, this one is cracking. Don't know why. The pink's fine, but the green and the skin tone is cracking. So I don't know what I did wrong there. But Faye, I kind of adore. It's like my paper's peeling or something. My avatar isn't awful. Overall, they're not bad. For a first attempt, I should be quite proud. I did Mod Podge these as well, especially because she was cracking. For the first attempt, and it's human, I'm going to give myself a pat on the back for that one. And I do love Faye. I do think Faye came out nicely, especially with the highlights in her feathers and stuff like that. And those pearls, wow. So we did a centre page and a knife painting page. Let me know if you've ever tried knife painting and leave any tips down below, because they would be appreciated. While there, if you haven't already, hit that like and hit that subscribe, because YouTube is being a pain in my backside. So only ever saying I get one like. I don't know whether it's the analytics or whatever, but if you could hit that like at least, comment, subscribe, just help me beat YouTube up. Alright, I guess I will see you in the next one. Bye!